Well, let me get my colleague Jisha now. Jisha, I mean, when I keep, when we observe these things, last time when Sabrimala agitation happened, you had the BJP and you had the Sangh Parivar forces, all of them in the full, with their full might opposing the entry of women into the temple premises. And then the people who actually benefited from this was the Congress, because you had almost 19 seats, parliamentary seats going into the Congress and only one to the CPM at that time. And everybody said that there was this talk saying that the BJP actually did the work for the Congress. That there was a talk that happened politically then, that the entire thing, the entire hard work was done by BJP, but no benefits, because the people of Kerala thought that BJP is not strong enough to, in fact, take on the CPM, and Congress was the one who was benefiting from this. I'll come to you, Rahul, one second. I'll just get Jisha's opinion on this. Right now, as we call Ganapati Saranam and that interesting statement that is being made, it looks like the BJP wants to make it into a huge issue. But again, the Congress is very, technically silent here and there. They tend to not make very, direct statements against the CPM, and they say that you're feeding communal forces. It looks like the Congress is trying to piggy ride on this, what the BJP is trying to do. Politically, is this happening again? What happened in Sabrimala, where all that hard work actually benefited the Congress?
Exactly. Regarding the Lok Sabha election results, there are two versions. One is that it was a huge wave caused by Rahul Gandhi impact, and also the people of Kerala vote for, vote separately for assembly and Lok Sabha elections, and that's why they preferred Congress. But there are also this argument that they considered Congress a better opponent, to stand with the minorities, even the majority community. So there are a lot of versions regarding the Lok Sabha elections. But yes, it is a fact that Sangh Parivar or the BJP couldn't really reap on that huge campaign that they had undertaken during the Sabrimala time. So, we have seen that a lot of, they were having an overwhelming support from various groups, not just NSS. There were a lot of people, believers, who stood with this protest against the entry of women of menstruating age to this Sabrimala temple. So at that time, many political observers thought that this might be the right chance for the Sangh Parivar to make an entry into the Kerala politics. Even Sangh Parivar openly stated that this is their golden opportunity. But at the end of, by the elections, all this turned wrong. So now when they come out with Sabrimala 2.0, as someone says, or not many people are very hopeful, because they have seen what happened during the Sabrimala protest. It was huge. It was there was nothing like that during that time. The Sangh Parivar, for the first time, enjoyed a huge support during the Sabrimala. But this time, I don't think that kind of a protest is among the major community, because the people who have seen the full statement of Shamsir do not actually have a major problem with his statement. But there are these questions like why he is, picking out one particular religion. That is the question someone are raising. But otherwise, his argument not to mix myth with science is generally accepted in Kerala, which we have a great history of Renaissance. So did we have a good scientific temper? So people do associate with what he was trying to say. So that kind of an anti-government sentiments that happened during Sabrimala is not, I don't think that is visible now. But the BJP is trying to make an intense protest out of this.
Well, I'll come to now. We'll have Rahul Ishwar on this. In fact, you wanted to answer something on this. When just before you give your answer, I just was looking at, actually when it came to Sabrimala, there was fear even among other religions that the intervention in Sabrimala would lead to intervention in their own religions. And there could be laws that be brought in or through the court that would result in intervention in the church or in the mosque committees. So that fear also led to the fact that there was a lot of support for the Sabrimala agitation, even though the Sangh Parivar was in the front. You had PC George and all of them coming out in support, and there were also Muslim organizations that came in support of the Sabrimala agitation. So it was technically a believer versus the state at that time, an atheistic state that time when we were looking at it. So, but this time, do you think that kind of a current is there? Because last time also you worked very hard and you had the Congress, in fact, getting the benefit of it. This time, how do you see it?
Vargishi, two submissions. Please listen to this very carefully because this touches the very soul of what is called Indian Constitution. One, in Shabarimala case, no political party was supporting us. I spent 16 years of my life fighting for this. I was alone in Supreme Court for years with nobody even coming for hearing, and I was alone present, traveling from Kerala to Delhi for almost many years. All the political parties were not supporting even when the verdict came. But because of a handful of protesters like me, my grandmother Devagi Andarjanam was the first person to be arrested. Second was my mother Mallika Nambudiri. Third, I was arrested along with Prayar Gopalakrishnan, a senior Devasam Board member and Congress leader. Shabarimala topic is not about politics, and it was a ploy to bring uniform civil code in an indirect way. That's the real game of Shabarimala verdict. That means state can intervene, diluting Article 25 and 26, and Article 44 will be given an upper hand. This was the crux of it. Thankfully, Congress, BJP, and all political parties came, and NSS doesn't vouch for any kind of politics. NSS was strongly with believers from the beginning itself. NSS hired a very expensive lawyer, Parasharan sir, and did all the hard work. So it was not the BJP, not the Sangh Parivar, not the Congress or any political party that really fought the agitation. It was the normal believer. And thankfully, Muslim League supported, Christian churches supported, all the entire our minority brothers and sisters supported. That's a great thing because we all believe in the principle that state shouldn't intervene in faith and faith related matters, and Article 25 and 26 is sacrosanct. So second, in this case it is not Shabarimala 2.0 because Shabarimala was a different kind of an emotional issue where law, legality, deity, so many other aspects are there. This cannot be 2.0, and this is not 2.0. Here, one particular statement by Shamsir, which can be interpreted in many ways, had that effect. And I would like to give you an update. Some minutes ago, Govindamas or Sri M.V. Govindan, who is the state secretary of CPM, right now changed his position. Yesterday, he told Ganapati was a myth. Today, he changed that position thanks to him. See, this is not the way that CPM should handle cases related to religion. We need a Gandhian approach. Mahatma Gandhi was never superstitious. Mahatma Gandhi was a strong believer. He always upheld sensitivity and pluralism and respect for every faith. And if I come down to politics of today, see, BJP, Congress, CPM, they may have their own politics, but at the end of the day, communal harmony is a sacrosanct concept, a sacred concept, and not related to politics. It is much above politics. So we shouldn't have any kind of a communal hatred. And one more thing, NSS is perhaps the only organization in the world, not in Kerala, not in India, but in the entire world, who takes a pledge, an oath when they go as NSS members. And that oath says, when I work for my community, I make sure that I will never do anything to harm the interest of my brother communities. This is the official pledge of NSS, constituted by Bharata Kesari Mannathu Patnabhan, who was a legendary Nair Hindu leader from Kerala. And they have always drawn inspiration from Mahatma Gandhi. They are a pluralistic, centrist, or center-right kind of a Hindu organization. So this is different. Shabarimala is different. This case is different. This has more hues of politics. Shabarimala was more of a spiritual case where state intervention shouldn't be there. It was in effect a fight against or fight resisting any kind of state intervention, including uniform civil code, into the belief system. So it's a bit more complex. Divine or devil lie in the details. And unless we go into details, we won't be able to clearly distinguish all this.